Welcome back to my virtual dog training playlist. This is actually a follow-up with one of my clients from our initial virtual training consult. And today's topics are this was such a cool session because I got the opportunity to do some hands-on work. Usually, I think it's about the 30-minute mark in the video, I'm not too sure. Somewhere around the 35-minute mark, we start doing some hands-on work with her two golden retrievers. And although nothing beats in-person training, this is obviously the next best thing. I was able to guide her and critique her on her interacting with her dogs and giving them obedience commands. And I was able to use one of my dogs to give her some pointers. And don't forget, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. It helps me out with this whole YouTube algorithm thing.
All right, well, fill me in, give me a recap. How's it going?
Okay, and just before we get started talking about it, I completely failed to download the last recording. Is there a way when you send me this recording, can you attach that recording as well?
Yeah, no problem at all. I still have it.
Awesome, thank you.
No
so
problem.
It's going well. It's going well. The walks, I have to tell you, I typically, as I did 2 weeks ago when we first talked, I mostly walk them separately.
Right.
I'll take them out for playtime in the back, usually together. But when I walk, I'm normally doing it separately. Our last walk, like our bedtime, go out and pee, but I take a walk, is with both of them, just so they get used to walking with me, and we try to apply. They are, of course, I think this is common for golden retrievers. It may be common for all dogs. They are absolutely wonderful when they are on point, when they are the star of the show. You know, they're really very good. They're excellent with wait and sit. They're very good with that. Often when I say automatically sit, so I try to do that at, sort of at curbs and things like that, getting ready to cross streets. And I'll do it randomly sometimes when we're just walking down a long walk, just to practice getting them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going crazy in the backyard with each other, which sometimes they do, I try to use the sit to get them controlled. But I'm still early in practicing stay, which is I'm not long down that road, so
sure.
They'll listen. I'm starting with it, but they'll listen. But anyway, when I walk them separately,
Are they staying inside at least? And like when you feed them, or you putting them in a sit stay when you feed them?
They do it automatically now.
Okay, good.
So we did it. So you were so right about the food and the crate, that Calvin, who was the resistant one in the beginning, when I bring the bowls over where the dry food is, where I start to fill the bowls, he goes racing up the stairs into the crate, comes racing back down, goes racing back up as I start to walk, and he's sitting in the crate when I get up there. Henry is a little slower, but now, so he was making me for a little while throw the treat in, wait for him to sit. Like I would feed Calvin first because he was in there.
Right.
And then I'd be like, come on, Henry. And then I'd throw a treat in, but now he goes right in and sits down.
Good, excellent.
So they're doing that.
Okay.
They don't love the crate in the middle of the day, but I have to be better about it. I now am closing them off if they stay with me. I was for a while letting them sort of go loose. I've had some bathroom issues with Calvin, which is one thing I want to talk to you about. But I think, again, all of this is mostly training for me, Jeff.
Yeah.
I think they'll take their lessons from they'll do what comes naturally to me. What I think I've learned is that I was expecting that they were able to hold, and they can hold it, but they don't know yet the lessons of the household. So what I've learned is that I think I just need to take them out more frequently, at least even just to pee. So now what I'm practicing is, like, I just took them out before we were doing this. We were out for a long walk, but I took them out, before lunch, I took them out also just to go to the bathroom. And so I think that's actually, so I got off on the bathroom thing. So I was trying,
going outside. I cut you off. Yeah, you were going outside on a walk.
Yeah. No, I got myself. You asked me. I started to say about the crate, and I don't think I crate them enough.
Okay.
And Kat said to me, She said, wait and see what Jeff says, but I think you got to crate them more. But one of the things, if I don't have them in the crate, if I do have them downstairs with me, I now close off the room that they're
Okay.
in, so they can just stay in the room with me. And
Are they
I have to
playing in the
work.
house?
Calvin did. Yes.
Playing?
What's that?
Are they playing in the house?
Oh, playing in the house? Yes, they would. If I let them go out of control, they'll run around the house and go. They'll go from taking toys to play to going absolutely bananas.
Okay, so have the biological accidents in the house did they occur after play?
No.
Okay.
No, I think that was my fault, not making sure they're going out as regularly as I should.
Okay.
And it's just Calvin.
Okay.
And I think maybe for him, and when the foster parents said to me, they're fine, but they don't come and tell you they have to go to the bathroom. Like they're not house trained in that way where they someday they will be.
Right,
but I think that was my fault, Jeff. I don't think it was necessarily play. Oh, I'm just gonna pee.
Well,
I got worked up and then I'm gonna go.
Well, the thing is, when dogs are more active, they have to urinate more often. So,
Okay.
what room did it occur?
This room that I'm sitting in, well, it had occurred twice upstairs, which is one of the reasons why I stopped there. But then I'm trying to think, maybe on Friday, he did it in this room. The room I'm in, it's like, I'll show you. It's sort of I did that thing where I can't see what you, so this is like a dining alcove.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
You can see my pet universe there. So right there against the on the hardwood floor, which was really.
Okay. Did he pee or poop?
He peed.
Peed. Okay, gotcha.
He has pooped in the house as well.
Okay.
But again, that was Kat and I talked about. Kat and I were talking about that, and I'm not sure what that was. But again, she suggested, like he did it after going for long walks, and she suggested starting to work with treats with him when he goes to the bathroom, and then sort of make him do it. If he doesn't do it, bring him back in the house, take him back out again, give him a treat, and really encourage him when he does go to the bathroom. And just try and be more. I was pretty regular on timing. I'm not really sure what he was resistant to, but I wasn't focused on saying, okay, you're going to go to the bathroom and that's it. And I only had to do that a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And the poop issue seems to be under control. The pee issue, as I say, I think it was Friday, he did it in here. And I cleaned it up. I thought I had cleaned it up really well. And then it was 2 or 3 days. What day is it? It's Tuesday. So it must have been it was maybe Sunday. I can't remember. 2 days ago, I guess. Sunday, it must have been. He came in here. No, it was yesterday morning. It was yesterday morning, and I was like, you know what? I'm not taking him out on it's something about the timing of it that I'm not taking him out frequently enough or regularly.
Well, that's where utilizing the crate more will also help him strengthen his bladder.
Yeah, because he won't go in the crate. Absolutely not. Like they go all night long. They're fine. They sleep. They're very comfortable in it at night.
Is he lifting his leg? Did he lift his leg in the house?
I don't know. I didn't see him.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So that was part of the reason why I was keeping him, because if he's in the room with me, he also doesn't do it in there.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like it's if he's loose in the house.
And now, do they frequent that room you're in a lot, or they're not really in there much?
They pass by it a lot. I have a pretty small house, so they pass through here a lot because directly across, that's the door to my bedroom.
Okay, so that room is not, that's not a room that they're in a lot of then?
No, it's not really a room. The toys are in it, like there's a toy basket in here.
Right, but it's not a room of theirs that they're in like?
No,
Okay.
no, because the
Right.
most of the places we are normally is either upstairs in my bedroom, because that's where the crates are. That's where, like, at night before we go to bed, we'll go up and we'll sit there and I'll pet them. I have brushes, I'll brush them and stuff like that. And we'll
Right.
sit while I watch TV. Or in where I work is the room we were in the last time, which is, just to orient you, I know, again, it's really hard. That's the kitchen. If you go that way,
Right.
that it's a step down, and there's the room that.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, so obviously now that the crating and feeding in the crate is going well, you're going to continue with that. You feed them twice a day, right?
Twice a day, yeah.
Okay. So the objective with housebreaking is to, and you have big dogs, and I guess you have a smaller house, which is good because that will help housebreak them faster. And your objective, obviously the whole concept behind crate training is dogs don't pee and poop where they eat and sleep, right?
Right.
So we have to make the entire house where they eat and sleep. So
Okay.
you can start feeding him right where he peed.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's a great
So,
idea.
yeah, I mean,
Now,
make sure you have the crate under control. Make sure that's under control. Make sure that every room that they haven't soiled in yet, right? I would
right.
say feed a meal in there once a day or once every other day. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Save the room you're in for last. Make sure you solidify the other areas of the house.
Okay.
And then as you feel comfortable, we're talking, maybe a week or so, if that, right? Because they're
Right.
with you a while now. And then start feeding them in that room that you're in, because now that's their playroom. That's also another feeding area. And then obviously utilizing the crate to manage their environment and schedule. You hit it right on the head, especially for adult dogs, even though they're young adults.
Yeah.
Schedule cures a lot of ills.
Yeah. I know that it's so funny, Jeff, because they're a little older and because they are so affectionate and so clearly loved, it's sometimes hard, and I said this to Kat, it's sometimes hard to remember that they have, their rescue background, that they were strays, and that we don't know anything about their growing up.
History,
Like,
yeah.
we don't know exactly. Although it's perfectly clear, they have absolutely no bad association with people. None, zero. They react only with absolute joy when they see people.
Good.
It's like a gift. It's a gift, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if it's just sort of training issues to come up with instead of like that, some of the really bad stuff you can come, hit with. It's really amazing.
Temperament, and behavior, like, the personalities, you can't teach that, like that. It's good that they have those positive foundations. All this training stuff is easier to fix. I shouldn't say you can't fix temperament. You certainly can, but if you have a dog with a solid temperament and great socialization, everything else, it's just a matter of time before everything falls into place.
Yeah. Okay. So try so keep feeding them in the crate, but a meal here and there over the next few days, not even like a schedule, but sort of different random. So this is the thing that, and I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say, but I'm not positive. So this is the thing, having two dogs, that's totally new for me. The bathroom issue is only Calvin. Henry seems to be, right, he's perfectly, he's happy for the schedule. He's happy to go to the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom. Whenever I take him outside to go to the bathroom, he goes to the bathroom, he poops, everything's fine. But doing this sort of association with all rooms in the house, I want to do that with both dogs. Do I make an effort to feed them in the same room at the same, like I obviously feed them at the same time, otherwise they would lose their minds if one was getting fed and the other one wasn't. But do I try to do that, make sure they're being fed in the same room at the same time?
Right. Well, Calvin's the one that's peeing, right? Henry's good.
Yep.
Okay. So, for now you can focus on Calvin, where
Okay.
Henry's eating in the crate. And then again, I don't know what their chemistry is with food and other resources, if there's any conflict with them. So just as a safety measure, make sure their food is a safe distance apart and they eat and finish at the same time, to the best of your ability.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yes, it could. I mean, I think this is all part of that littermate syndrome, or their
yeah.
connection, their bond, whatever it is. There are plenty of toys and things like that, but if one has a toy, the other one absolutely wants that toy, not a different toy. And
And
if
if
I lure the
you
other
could
one
have two
away,
of each and they still want the one that the other one has.
absolutely. And the minute I give the one who's trying to get that one a different toy, the other one drops it and goes after that.
Yeah.
So they're very good in the crates. They're very good. And then when I open the doors, they of course go to each other's food bowl to make
Okay.
sure they didn't leave something behind
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
could
right.
eat, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
I
for
could
now,
do,
I mean, you could focus on Calvin for now. You know,
okay.
if Henry seems to have his housebreaking under control, and
Yeah.
you know, and then again, schedule, time of day, being a little more aware of where they are and what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, again, any kind of increased activity, whether they're drinking water or not, they're going to
Yes.
be more likely to pee and poop. Supervision is huge. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
99% of the time when something happens, no matter what it is, peeing, pooping, chewing on a wire, biting the kid, it always happens when the owner, I just went out of the room for a second. Right?
It's true. It's absolutely true.
So
the
not giving him the opportunity and, you know, reading his body language. If you think he's about to lift his leg, you know, give him a verbal command, you know,
Yes.
and then take him right out. And then again, praise outside. So.
Yep. Okay. The crating part of it, and I totally confess, and I confess to Kat, I'm not great at it during the day. They are great going in for meals. They go on, you know, no problem. They love it. They're waiting, sitting there waiting. At nighttime, I take up their nighttime treat. They're in that crate waiting for their treat. Like, okay, where's my nighttime treat? Like, so going to bed, no big deal. During the day, they can be resistant. And especially if I'm taking one out and leaving one in. Like if I take both out, they're fine. But even if I put them both in and leave them in, and I do try to make sure I put them in and leave them in for a little while. It's amazing. There are not enough hours in the day to let's just forget about my work, to walk them each separately, give them the playtime outside, then walk them again, give them another playtime, create them for a couple hours. Like it's just, there's so much time to try and get all of that training and focus done that I'm not, make sure I hit my points. So I don't create them as much during the day as I think I probably should. And that's especially if I do end up going into an office someday, which, you know, I'm becoming more and more resistant to going back to the office. So maybe I'll just work from home.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to work from home. I never created my dog's phone.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There's no treat that seems to be, and I don't want to use my nighttime treats in the middle of the day because I don't want to overuse those treats and make it then harder at night to get them in the crates. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should use them because they work.
Yeah, they know you're going to bed and you're going to be in there with them at night.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you might, at some point, you might not even need a treat.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
I shouldn't even say, I mean, I keep a couple of my dogs separate when they're unsupervised, just for safety reasons.
Right.
And I mean, I don't have to throw a treat in there, but I do because it's a habit for me. I just grab a treat and toss it in there. You know, and they run right in. I mean, we still have the crates up. I don't close the one in, but she still goes in there. But if I'm putting the one in, you know, he goes in with or without a treat. I just get it. You know, I try not to humanize my dogs, and he's not crated much, but you know, maybe it makes us feel better that we toss a treat in.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's just finding the treat, because now, as I say, the treats are funny. Like they'll work for a while and then they become resistant. And this blends into one of those other things, which is one of the videos that Kat gave you, which is discipline or getting a dog who doesn't want to do whatever you're telling them to do it. So that's one example is they sit there in front of the crate and they either sit there and look at me or they lie down and look at me when I say, go in the crate, and throw a treat in. And they just look at me like, no way am I doing that. And another example of that is one of the videos I sent you, which was the one where she said, hey, Jeff, check this out, where Henry lay down on the ground.
Wait, I saw the one outside. Hold on a second.
I sent you like 6 or 5 of them. And one of them was Henry lying on the ground. And she was like, heel, heel. And he was lying there looking at her like, are you talking to me?
I don't remember that one, although I did watch it the other day.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So for me,
Oh,
part
wow,
of the
there's
question,
5 here. I only watched 2. Maybe I didn't
oh,
right
see
away.
what you missed? I think a lot of them were similar.
All right, here's one. Let me watch this real quick. Okay, so he was focused on something, and now, as soon as I'm guessing that was Kat handling him.
Yes.
As soon as she turned, I saw her shadow. As soon as she turned and started walking, we followed her right away.
Okay, so they're very good responding to the heel, but sometimes they'll lie down and be like, I'm not doing what you're telling me to do.
Yeah, don't let them win that battle.
How do you
walk and you project your energy. Just go.
Just go. Okay.
They have 2 options. They can follow you or they could follow you.
Right. But now what if they're not on a collar? As I say, standing in front of a crate, giving.
How are they with physical handling?
They're fine. You mean if I lean down and pick them up?
Yeah. You gotta.
Yeah, I can do that.
You gotta scooch them in.
Good. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong.
And it's not even about them going in the crate. It's about them resisting your direction.
Command. Right.
That's what I'm more concerned about, and not even as it relates to the crate. Because if they can make the decision to resist there, that opens up the opportunity for them to make decisions to not listen to you in other areas, which we don't want. And remember, this is early on now, where they're establishing rules and boundaries and all that kind of stuff that are unclear to them.
Right.
Got to make sure.
So just can't let them get good. Okay.
Win.
I wanted to make sure that's true because those are the kinds of things that I would do is like lean down, grab them on their belly and pick them up. And most of them will normally respond, although it can be slow. If I pick them up at least to a sitting, I won't shove them in I haven't had to shove them into the crate. I've always gotten them in, but they will, it takes time, but they will respond if I stand taller and look, like you grow yourself and deepen your voice. As you can tell, I have a very high voice anyway.
Yeah, but you mean business.
Like you go, do.
Always, right. Always mean business.
Okay. All right, good. I want to make sure by physically picking them up
yes, now remember.
I have done it. I want to make sure I'm not doing the wrong thing.
Well, let's remember, right? The crate should always be positive, right? So
yes.
He is disobeying, so technically you're correcting him by physically pushing him into the crate.
Right.
What happens then?
But he'll eat his treat and lie down.
What do you do then?
What do you mean, what do I do then?
Once you get him in the crate.
I have never had to physically shove them in. So I've physically picked them up, but I haven't had to shove them in.
Wait, okay, you picked them up and then put them in the crate.
Not put them in the crate. I've physically picked them up to a sitting position because they would lie down, right?
They're laying down in front of the crate.
And I'm telling them to sit up.
Okay.
And I'm telling them to go into the crate and I'm throwing the treat in the crate, or I'll get the treat and say, sit up. Like when they lie down, I'll go get the treat. They won't get another treat. There's only one treat in play.
Okay.
I'll get the treat and then tell them to sit up. And if they don't, I'll grab them and make them sit up.
Okay, so once they
and then I take the treat and say crate again, and then
they'll go in.
Yes,
okay.
It again may take me like physically growing myself, like commanding,
right. Okay.
But eventually they'll go in, and then I'll encourage, I'll say good boy for going in the crate.
That's where I was going. As soon as you get them in the crate, praise the hell out of them. That's all.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yes. Yeah. Okay, good.
So are one of the boys available right now?
They are both available, and I brought the collars because I did remove one link from both collars, and I suspect that you're going to tell me that I should probably remove another one because they're not up this high.
Okay.
So let me get,
Yeah.
who would you like to see? The one that's better? More responsive?
I want to see you in the living room there, get them into a sit from a down position, either one you want.
Oh, sit from a down. Okay. All right. Let me get, come here. Sit. Good boy. Lie down. I don't know that he knows lie down. Sit. I can try things that we haven't actually practiced, like down.
Okay, so first of all, when he jumps, you don't say down.
Oh no?
No, you say off. I was actually,
Off.
and I was just watching a video with you on leash. He jumped on you and you said down, because down is going to mean to lay down.
Ah, okay. All
Off
right.
is to get off.
Off
Right.
is off.
Yeah.
And the same is like if he's on the bed, say off.
Right. And what
I'm
happened?
gonna say down.
Yeah, and I think I sent you the off video, right?
You did. You
Yeah.
did.
Okay, so look at me. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Pretend my arm is Henry and he's sitting, okay? I want you to take the treat in your other hand by his nose
Right?
and go straight to the floor and let his nose follow. Don't give him the treat and then slide it out towards your feet. Hold it right there. Now slide. There you go.
There you go. Good boy.
Perfect.
That's
That's
down, right?
That's down. Now
Good
stand
boy.
up. Stand up. There you go. Do it again. Don't say down yet. Just do the lure. Hold it there. Now slide. There you go. Good.
Not fully down though.
It was pretty good. It's good for your
That was
first
good
attempt.
though, right?
Yeah.
No, he's like, give me the treat.
Yeah, give him a little more room. Go into the middle of the room. There you go. Now slowly lure him straight down, slowly. Now wait for him to now slide slowly. There you go. Good. Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Okay. Call him to you.
Henry. Henry.
And now again, lure him down again. Just hold it there. There you go. Okay, your screen froze up. Can you hear me?
Wait, can you see?
Yeah, your screen froze up though.
Also, my chair was in the way.
Okay, you're back. Okay, now what I want you to do is step into him. Step right into him. Don't say anything. Phrase him.
Good boy, Henry. Good boy.
That's how you force him into a sit when he's down.
What's that?
That's how you force him into a sit when he's down.
Would you just step into him?
You step into his personal space, it pops him up into a sit. And you don't have to say a word.
Okay. Henry.
So now try again. Call him to you, praise, give him a sit, praise, lure him into a down.
That was a cat chase.
That's okay.
So I'm sorry, say again.
Lure him into a down.
Okay. Good boy.
Now stand up and step into him. Go ahead, keep going. All right, just stay right there. Just stay right there. Okay, go back around to the front of his face. And just stand there for a minute. Now step into him.
Do I command him to sit?
Not yet. Not yet. Step into him. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, I can't see your left foot, but is it touching his body?
Yes.
Okay, pinch your left toe kind of into his shoulder. Praise.
Good boy. Good boy.
Okay.
Good boy.
So now we need to start teaching him that sit from the down position. So we're not using any words yet because we need to teach the behavior first. Once
I get it, and then just praise the behavior and then
then we're going to assign a word to it, right? And
Okay.
it's not sit up. It's sit. Sit is sit. Whether he's standing up or laying down, sit is the same position.
Okay.
Okay, so
Right.
we don't want to say sit up.
And is ultimately, Jeff, the signal is the same?
If you want to use hand signals, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I have been using the hand signal.
That's what I do too. It's just kind of a habit.
Yeah, no, you gave me this. This is I'm using this for you.
Oh, okay, yeah,
And
good.
I am using, like, when I tell them to stand, like, I use this for wait because they're next to me in
Okay.
heel position when I tell them to wait.
Uh-huh.
And then I tell them
Oh, you froze
to
up.
sit the way because I'll say wait, like, and he's been actually pretty good when I try and say wait and then have him wait at the curb.
Right,
So
right.
he's been pretty good with that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we're stepping into them, I don't even have a dog up here, do I? Wait, hold on. Sorry, I had to get a dog.
That's okay. That's okay.
You hear me?
Oh.
Can you hear me okay?
You want to watch a good dog, huh? You want to watch a good dog?
Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, so let me get some treats here. Turn it down a little. Pardon my mess. I got crap all over the place.
No, that's okay.
Come over here. Good girl. Oh, come over here. Come on, you're right there. Come here. Right here. Scooch over. There you go. Down. Okay. Stay. So when they're down, we step in. And if you see,
I see. Yep, I gotcha.
straddled her front paws. So we almost, yeah, so we want to be kind of centered here. So when we step into them, our feet are on the outside of the front paws.
I gotcha.
Sit. Good girl. Down. Good girl. Stay. So I don't have to say anything. I mean, she knows it too, but
Right.
that's what I meant. Did you see how I really stepped into her? Now,
Yes.
it's easy because she understands it, but at least you could see you want that. You want to. It's almost like you're invading their personal space.
Right. And she like popped right back up, so she
Right.
knew.
And,
Hang
yeah.
on a second. I just want to make sure I've got Henry. Sit. Good boy. Good boy.
Okay, go back to his nose. Go back to his nose. Straight to the floor. Hold it there. Just hold it and wait. Don't do anything. Just wait. Just wait. Hold it. Now slide. Slowly. Okay, back to his nose. Slide. Praise him. Praise the hell out of him.
Good boy.
Excellent. Good.
Then
Step
try
into
it a
him.
couple times.
Step
Is that-
into him. Pinch your left toe in. Praise the hell out of him. And remember, this is the first time you're doing this. You do this a few times, they're going to start popping right up.
Yeah, I can see that's. I mean, it's really great. Good boy.
Good. Now pop right up, stand right up, step into him. Praise. Oh, okay.
So is that a bad? That's bad to praise for.
Well, he got up, which is fine for now. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to work through it to make sure he goes from a down to a sit.
To actually sit in there.
But
Yeah.
they don't know down yet, so
Right.
we're luring them still. So
Sit. I'll work with them. They're very bright. As like,
yeah,
I mean,
okay, so
they're like sponges.
yeah, so your one thing, your sit command needs to be a little more authoritative. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right, and you don't have to yell and scream, but there needs to be contrast between your verbal cue for an obedience command and your praise, and they sound really alike.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, so just a little deeper. Firmer.
or and take the question mark off the end of it.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Sit. So it's sit down, come, stay, off, leave it. Good boy.
Yep. Okay, I gotcha.
Contrast. We want there to be contrast between, hey, this is your cue. I'm directing you to do something. On the other side of this verbal cue is all good stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So this
Okay.
kind,
I gotcha.
and you know, it's okay. You have a higher voice than me. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But remember how you said you have to make yourself bigger, right?
Right.
You may feel physically like you're doing something different, but really what you're doing is you're changing your energy.
Right.
They're responding to your energy, not anything you're doing with you. You're projecting a more authoritative aura. And that's what they're responding to. We want that to be the norm. This is,
Okay.
I'm directing you. Now you're a good boy. Right? So that contrast is important.
Okay. Okay. Good. I'll be more conscious of that.
Do another couple of commands with him. All right. So you're going to call him. You have Calvin with you, right?
Yes.
So come. As soon as he gets to you, good boy. Sit. Good boy. One command per behavior. Then we're going to start luring him into the down, right? Nice and slow. And then as soon as those front elbows hit the ground, good boy. We don't want to have too excited of a reward right now, only because they're Goldens. If you reward them too excitedly, they're going to be like, woo. So
yeah.
So
give them the treat when I'm doing each of these things, right? Or do I just give them a treat at the down? Or
can you see this treat?
Yes.
So I hold it between my fingers and I kind of let them nibble on it. But after the series of commands, they get the treat.
Oh, okay. I've got these tiny little training treats in
and
my
that's
hand.
fine. It's okay to give it to them after every behavior, especially when we're teaching a new behavior.
Right.
But once they start getting more reliable, then we can start skipping a treat. They're still getting verbal praise after every behavior. Sit, good boy. Down, good boy. And then the treat. For now, if you have to use a treat, use a treat.
Okay, good. Because I've started doing that. Like, I don't give them treats as we're walking all the time anymore.
You don't, and that's fine.
Yeah, like the wait and sit, they're generally pretty good. Sometimes I throw one in there just to keep them like thinking, oh yeah, this was something.
Right.
They do it.
Yep.
They do it for me when I ask them, but it sort of puts that little element of surprise, like, oh yeah, there's good stuff that comes.
Yes.
And the heel, a lot of times it's the correction that I'm using. Although when they heel, when they come close to me, or walking even with me, then I also, of course, verbally am telling them they're great. Okay, so, all right, Calvin, we're gonna work this. Calvin's not one we've worked on.
Oh, you froze up. I don't know if. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Good boy.
Is he really food motivated?
I think they both are. They both like food.
Okay, let's try doing puppy push-ups.
Let's try to do what?
We're gonna let me make this louder if I can. Is that volume better?
Fine, there you go.
Is the volume good?
The volume's good, yeah.
All right, let's do puppy push-ups with him. I got one more here. So
what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a sits and downs in succession. Come here. Come here. Right here. So I'm gonna lure her. Oh, she stole it. What a bitch.
I guess she's food motivated too.
Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna go down, and then we're gonna come back up, and we're gonna go down, and we're gonna come back up. Right? We're not gonna say anything. We're just gonna lure.
Just getting them to move. Okay.
Right. We call puppy push-ups. So if you get him nibbling, although Sable stole it from me the first time, get him nibbling on that treat.
Right.
Right? So it's almost like right now she's nibbling on me, but I'm not giving it to her. So she's doing all of these behaviors and not even getting a treat, but we're luring her and we're shaping the positions we want them to be in. So ultimately we assign a word to it.
Okay.
Okay? And then when after a while we could lure and step in.
Okay.
We do them simultaneously, and that'll get them into that sit.
Okay. All right, I got you. Because obviously, as you can tell, Calvin and Henry are different in response to this, because Henry was pretty responsive to the step in. But Calvin is not. Okay, I'm going to try it.
Go ahead. Keep it by his nose. Keep it by his nose.
What's that?
Keep the treat by his nose. And go over his back. Over his back. And hold it there. Now straight up in the air. There you go. Excellent.
Good boy.
Okay, back into a sit. Back into a sit. Praise.
Good boy. Am I praising him as I'm doing this?
After every successful behavior, you always use verbal praise.
Praise, okay, good. Good boy, good boy. Can you see, Jeff?
I can see, yep. Good. Now right back into a sit.
Good boy.
Keep that, keep it low. Step into him now. And hold it up. Just hold it there. Just hold it there. He'll get up. Just be patient. There you go. Praise.
Good boy.
Good. Right back to a sit.
It's the nibbling. I think the nibbling.
Praise, praise, praise. Give it to him. Give it to him. Give him the treat. Good.
You said good boy. The nibbling makes a big difference even over the small treats.
It does, because it keeps their interest.
Yes. And they know you still have like what they've had a part of. Okay.
Yep.
That's good to know. Like, because I do have a bunch of the small treats, but I have a decent amount of,
Right.
you know, good soft treats that I can carry.
Yeah, and remember, especially because they're smart, a few repetitions of this, they're going to start getting it. And when you're...
There's no problem, as I say, like same treats for training, like these are the same treats that I'm using to, you know, praise them for going to the bathroom outside and stuff like that. It's all fine, right? The only ones that I'm keeping separate are the like nighttime biscuits.
Yeah, and then when you're, you know, once you start bringing all this training stuff outside and distractions, that's where you're going to need to increase your food reward with maybe some chopped up hot dogs or something.
Yes, I ordered a bunch of things. I didn't order from Amazon simply because it's just taking so darn long.
Yeah, I know,
get
it's
stuff.
a pain in the ass. Yep.
But I looked for some equivalents
Good.
from Chewy, and I got the pig snout. I got pack of 2 pig snouts.
Good.
but I also just got today like the liver snaps and stuff like that. So a couple
Beautiful.
of other treats.
Good. Okay, good. Yeah, so just, add this into your daily training regimen, a minute or two a day, a few times a day, right?
Right.
And, a lot of positive luring and motivation with the treats. Verbal praise after each successful behavior.
Yep.
Don't let them win these little battles, right?
All right.
Now, are there exceptions to that rule? Yeah, like if you just walk them a couple of miles and then they beat the hell out of each other in the yard and they're tired, that's
Yes.
not a good time to train them because they're going to be less likely to respond.
Right.
So we want to always put them in a position to succeed and respond.
Right. I got you.
So that's a wrap. Yet another one in the books. I hope you guys are enjoying these. And these are real life examples of my video consults with real clients. And hopefully the topics, behaviors, and training content that we're covering is helping all you guys out as well. And don't forget, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and take a peek around my channel. If you like what you see, consider subscribing. Click that bell too so you get notified when I upload new content. And I really appreciate everyone's support, and please keep those questions coming. Keep the ideas coming. Any content you want me to provide to you, please just let me know. I am literally here to serve you, and I mean that wholeheartedly. And I am so grateful and humbled by all of your support. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and God bless.